You stand up with a clear purpose. You know exactly what you are doing. You cross the hall, you walk into the kitchen, and you stop. The fridge hums. Your hand is still half raised for something, and whatever it was you came in here to do has been taken out of you, cleanly, somewhere between one room and the next. This happens to everyone, several times a week. It is so ordinary that nobody bothers to ask the obvious question. It did not fade. It did not get crowded out. It was there in the hall. So what happened at the door? Stand in the kitchen a second longer. Notice what it actually feels like, because it is a strange sensation, and we almost never look at it directly. Not a blank exactly, but a shape where something used to be. The outline of an intention with the intention removed, like walking into a room and finding the chair gone, but the dent still in the carpet, and you stand there running your foot over the dent, mildly embarrassed, in front of a fridge you did not want to open. So you do the thing everybody does. You go back, and sometimes, halfway across the hall, it returns, whole and slightly smug, as if it had been waiting there the entire time. Here is what actually happened. Your brain does not store your life as one long continuous ribbon. It cuts it into scenes. Psychologists call this event segmentation, and it is running right now, underneath everything, quietly deciding where this moment ends and the next one starts. Every scene gets its own working set. What you are doing, what you are holding, what you meant to do next. And that set is small, deliberately, almost rudely small. It holds the scene you are in, and very little else. Then you cross a doorway. A doorway is one of the strongest scene endings your brain recognizes. New room, new light, new sounds, a completely new list of things you could be doing. So it does the sensible thing. It closes the old scene and opens a new one. And in the dark between the two, a stagehand walks on and strikes the set. Your intention was a prop on the old set. And here is the detail that gives it away. Researchers built rooms in virtual reality and had people carry objects between them. Same distance walked, same task, same everything. Cross a doorway, forget more. Walk the same distance without one, and people were fine. It was never the distance, it was the threshold. But the threshold is not the villain here, because there is an obvious question sitting underneath all this, and it took me a while to notice it. Why would a brain be built to do something this annoying? Try to imagine the alternative. One single unbroken recording of your entire life. No scenes, no cuts, no chapters. You would never find anything in it again. You could not say back when we lived in that flat. You could not say before the surgery, or the summer everything changed, because none of those phrases mean anything unless your life has edges. The cuts are what make it a life instead of a smear. Every doorway you have ever walked through has been quietly editing you into chapters. And the only time you notice the service is the once a week it cost you a glass of water. Frankly, it is the best deal your memory offers, and the only part anyone ever complains about is the fee. There is something stranger underneath that. The boundaries are not only made of walls. Changing the subject is a doorway. Hanging up the phone is a doorway. So is a year ending. So is a person leaving. Which is why some stretches of your life feel like a different country entirely. Not because they were long ago, because something in you closed the door behind them and started a new scene. Sit with that for a second. You have been edited, continuously, invisibly, by something with very good instincts about where a chapter should end. Back in the kitchen, The fridge is still humming, you still have no idea. So you walk back, and you stand in the hall, in the doorway, in the small nowhere between two scenes. Maybe it comes back, maybe it doesn't. Either way, nothing was stolen from you. It was set down at the edge of a chapter by something that spends every waking hour deciding where one part of your life ends and the next one begins. You go back into the kitchen. It was a glass of water. It is always a glass of water. One more thing before you go. What is the strangest thing you have ever found yourself holding, standing in a room with no memory of why? Mine was a single shoe and the television remote. I have never worked out the plan.